And hello, welcome to the first Rotaville live stream. First for a while, hopefully the first of many. Welcome to everyone watching live and also the replay. It might be morning time or evening or afternoon, so welcome to everyone. This is the first live stream for Rotaville, and hopefully I'll make it a regular feature. We often do one-on-one video calls with our customers, and we put a lot of effort into those calls, and it just makes sense that we could do the same work and make it available to everyone, and that's why we're trying out the live stream. Now today we have a new feature ready to release, so let's get into it. Today we have a new feature on Rotaville. Let's bring up Rotaville now. Hopefully we can see that. Now today's new feature is called Employee Notes, and it's a feature for Rota managers to make private notes about employees in the system. And this feature has actually been sponsored and paid for by an existing Rotaville customer, and they've paid for its development. But because it's such a generic feature, I'm releasing it for everyone. So, and this is the introduction. Now, one moment, I'll just in a separate window actually release it because it is not live yet. Okay, I've triggered it to go live. And while it's going live, let me just show you the existing situation on Rotaville. Now, you can bring up an employee record, and you might know employees have this description field. And this description field is great for sharing information with everyone about that particular employee or that particular client or resource, and you can edit this information, and it's actually multi-lines here, but you may notice that when it displays, it just gets smushed into one line. So that's not great. You can actually fit up to 1,000 characters in that description field. And I do know that some Rotaville customers use this description field for describing the situation with employees or clients or resources. So we've improved that, and I'll show you that in a minute once the update has gone live. And I will also show you the new private employee notes feature. Now, you may have seen recently we added this next and previous button. This is just a quick way to quickly skip through the different employee records on the system in your workforce. So if you haven't used these next and previous buttons, check them out. It's a great little feature. Now we're just waiting for the new feature to go live. It just takes a minute. It's happening as we speak. It's being uploaded to the production Rotaville platform. Now this new feature, Employee Notes, it gives Rota managers a place to record information about the employee. Now that information, you can use it for whatever you want, but it could be perhaps their status or their progress, or information about their preferences, or information about their performance. You can use these fields for whatever you want, but it is private only to managers, and employees cannot see their own employee notes, and employees cannot see the employee notes of other employees. But managers can see everything. So it just takes a moment. It's actually quite a big release. There's a few changes in the background that are occurring automatically at the moment as we speak. It's actually quite it's our first release that we've done live. And I know there are dozens upon dozens of people using Rotaville Rota we speak, they may notice a small blip in 1 second, only a tiny little blip. Let's also, while we're waiting, look at the current print dialogue. Currently, Rota managers see a selection of different print reports here on these radio buttons here. They can choose whether they want to print the shift report or the rota or the holiday report, or export the shift details CSV. Depending on if you have clients or resources configured, you'll see different options here. We've updated this print dialogue just a little bit, and I will show you that as well on the new release. Okay, the new release is there, is almost there. If anybody's watching on YouTube, please feel free to log in and let me know you're watching using the live comments. You will need to be logged into your YouTube or Google account. Okay, we are almost here. In this little workforce I've got up for you, you may recognize it from some of our screencasts. I've got a few shifts configured on the delivery rota and a few shifts configured on the shop rota, and we will use this workforce for today's demo of the new feature. I've got a handful of employees here. Chris, Jason and Vanessa are the rota managers, and Joe, John, Kate and Ron are the just the regular employees. Okay. You'll see my real-time connection has been interrupted briefly. That is the release going in live. And it is now officially live. So if anyone's on Rotaville right now, if they want to reload their page using F5 for refresh, or clicking on the reload icon, they'll get the new up-to-date code. So now let's have a look at employee notes. If I click on John Apprentice, before we were seeing his description field was all mushed into one field, one long line, but now that basic formatting is now honored in the description field. So this is now much more useful for the public description that other managers and possibly other employees can read. And if I edit the employee record, I can add in information such as and we can see that description is now much more nicely formatted. Now, there's a new button appeared here in the employee record called View Notes, and this is where we put in our employee notes. Now, currently there are no notes for John, so let's add a new note. Very simple. Click on Add New Note, and what will we say? On all systems before being assigned to work on his own. So this is a note that I'm putting in for the other managers so that they know a little bit more about who John is. We click on Create Note, and there it is. There's the note. It has been added, and we can add as many notes as we want. John has not yet completed training, and there we are, another note. Now for other managers that are logged in, they can now click on View Notes, and they will see these notes about John. Now it might be that at some stage it's best to have here on this current view of current notes all the information that you want to look at quickly. But over time you may accumulate many notes about an employee, and what you can do is you can click on this icon here that pops up, the filing icon, and you can move that note to the archive collection, and here it is in the archive collection, and the current notes now just has the original note. Now what we did see there on this brand new feature was possibly a small bug. Let's try that again. Let's add in a test note, and let's try and archive it. And the dialog says it's been moved to the note box, but actually it just wasn't updating in real time. So we're going to fix that after this live stream. But that's the way it's meant to work. Let's try moving it the other way. For an archive note, you can move them back to the current notes. And if I look in the current notes, that test note is now here, now there. So that's a quick overview of the notes. Now these notes, of course, can be added to by other managers. I'm logged in now as another manager here. Let me just quickly reload this page to get the new code. Now I'm logged in as Chris. Can you see that? I'm logged in as Chris, one of the other managers. And if I go into, I'm on mobile actually, and if I go into John Apprentice's profile on the phone and click on View Notes, I can see all the notes that have been left by Jason. And I can add another note, add note, such as rightio, let's create that note, and it gets added to the system. And you may notice here it also got updated in real time on my screen. So we can see that this note here has been added by Chris, whereas these first two notes were added by me, Jason. So this is each note that's been added by a different manager is labeled with their name. And you can of course go in and edit a note. And when you, that note, where's that note gone? Here it is, testing notes. And if I hover my mouse over this information here, I can see that it was created by Jason, updated by Jason, and it was unarchived by Jason. So all the history of the changes is visible there when you hover your mouse over the note. You'll also see some activity in the activity stream about notes being created and updated and deleted, but the actual content of the notes will not be displayed in the activity, just the fact that the edits have occurred. Now let's go back to John Apprentice. Let's have a look at his notes again. Now what you can also do is when you edit a note, is you can delete a note. Now please be aware, if you delete a note, it is permanently deleted. There is no undo on Rotaville, and if you delete a note, it is gone from the system forever. Now this testing note I don't need, so let me delete that now, and it's gone. We're just back to these two notes, and the testing note is permanently deleted. So that is employee notes. You can access the employee notes for a given employee by just clicking on the View Notes button in the employee profile. Let's quickly jump over to the Rotaville mobile site, rotaville.com/m, and if we go into your employee profiles on mobile, who was it? We were looking at John Apprentice. We can see here the description field is displayed with the formatting, and if we scroll down and click on View Notes, we can see those notes. We can see the notes by Jason and the notes by Chris, and yeah, that's notes on mobile. Notes are currently available on the mobile website. That's launched today, and we'll release new versions of our mobile apps in the coming week or two that will have the notes feature in the actual mobile app. Now, it's great having the notes there in the system, but maybe you want to get them out, or you want them on hand in case your internet is down. So if we go to the print menu, the print dialog box, we can now see that this first option has changed. Previously it was radio buttons, but it's now a select list. So you can select those same options as before, such as the rota or the shift report or the shift detail CSV. But you can now also choose to print the employee record. This is a new print option, employee record. And if I choose that, I can print for all employees, or I can select an individual employee. So let's choose an individual employee. Let's print out just John Apprentice. And I can choose to include the current notes and the archive notes, or maybe just the current notes, or maybe just the archive notes, or maybe no notes at all, just the actual employee record. But let's include all the notes for now. Full color, portrait, A4. Let's generate that PDF. And here it is. The employee record is printed out, all of John's details, and here are the notes, his current notes and his archive notes. So you can print out your notes on employees. Maybe you're using them for some sort of HR purpose or whatever, and you can print these PDFs out or just save them to your hard disk, and you have them on your own files. So that's the new print option for employee notes. Now, the interesting thing about employee notes is they're also available on clients and resources. So I've got 3 resources in this workplace. I've got the big trolley, and if I click on view notes, there's no notes here. Let's add a note for this trolley. It has a dodgy left back wheel. Now this note will only be visible to managers. So the fact that I've put something here about the dodgy wheel on the trolley, and actually this may be better off as a comment on the resource record. So let's go and add that description. So now I've updated the description, which is visible to managers and employees. But the notes are there, and for resources or for clients, managers can add their own private notes. Now, what else is there to say about employee notes? We've seen that they update in real time. We've seen them on the web. We've seen them on mobile, and we've seen them the printout feature. We also know that employee notes apply not just to employees, but also to clients and to resources, and they will be released on the Rotaville app soon. Today they're available on Rotaville web and also Rotaville mobile website. And I think that is, in a nutshell, Rotaville employee notes. Now in today's demo, we've just released it, and it seems to be, there's 1 or 2 small bugs. So did you spot them? Archiving wasn't working immediately, and also maybe there was a problem with deletion. We're going to jump in and double check the codes, make sure everything's working smoothly with this new feature. But it is good to go. You can start adding, managers can start adding their employee notes that are private only to managers, and yeah, start enjoying this new feature. Please let us know if you have any questions about the feature or any feedback. You can contact us at any time at support@rotaville.com. If you're watching now, you can leave a comment, or if you're watching the replay, yeah, perhaps email us. We're going to repeat this live stream in 12 hours from now, because some people in the world are sleeping right now. So we're going to do another live stream, Rotaville live stream number 2, in about 12 hours from now. On YouTube, please click subscribe to our YouTube channel, click the bell, and then you'll get notified of whenever we go live with new live streams. I will be live streaming on YouTube, but we might also do some other platforms such as Facebook or LinkedIn or other systems in the future. I think that's it for today. It's great to have this new feature out, and I hope you all enjoy it. Thanks very much.